Top password hacking methods. Number 1. Credential stuffing. Imagine you're a hacker buying 100,000 usernames, emails, and passwords on the dark web. By the way, those credentials were probably hacked from a weak website, blog, or e-commerce site and then sold on the dark web. Next, you start testing those credentials against other databases to see if there's a match. For example, you could get your list and start testing it against banks, merchants, and other websites. Once you find a match, you're in. Number 2. Phishing attacks. If you thought that credential stuffing was bad, phishing is even worse because you are unknowingly giving bad actors your username and passwords. It's estimated that nearly 70% of all cybercrimes begin with phishing attacks. For hackers, they love this technique. It works all too well to steal your information for their own use or to sell it to others on the dark web. Number 3. Password spraying. A hacker may only have a list of usernames. This is pretty common. Password spraying is a technique that tests commonly used passwords against a username or account. Examples include passwords such as 123,456, password 123, admin and others. Number 4. Keylogging. It's not something you want to mess with. Keylogging is used in targeted attacks where the hacker knows or is particularly interested in the victim. It's used to target spouses, colleagues and relatives. It's also used to target corporations and nation-states. This is a highly complicated technique that requires access or compromise of the victim's machine via malware. You can find your favorite off-the-shelf keyloggers and commercial spyware on the internet and dark web. Number 5. Brute force attack. When you think about sophisticated hacks, you probably visualize scenes from movies like James Bond, Mission Impossible or Bourne Identity. Well, brute force attacks are probably the closest you are going to get to a real-world James Bond scene. It's a good thing that they are among the least used. Brute force attacks are difficult to pull off, time-consuming and expensive. Hackers use tools like aircracking, John the Ripper, and Dave Grohl to attempt brute force attacks on credentials.